can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like $100,000.
You are listening to Inspired Insider with your host, Dr. Jeremy Wise.
Dr. Jeremy Weiss here, founder of InspiredInsider.com, where I talk with inspirational entrepreneurs and leaders like the founders of RX Bars, Atari, P90X, and many more, and how they overcome big challenges in life and business. Especially check out the episode with Noah Alper. Basically tells a story of how he sold his chain of bagel stores to Einstein Bagels for $100 million. But the best parts of the story, Anthony, are not that, in my opinion. It's he shares the businesses that didn't work, so that he was, buying and selling religious tchotchkes and selling them out of the back of his car, and the business did horribly. And it was good to see his iterations of how he came to the bagel stores. Today's episode is brought to you by Rise 25, which I co-founded with my business partner, John Corcoran. Our mission is to connect you with your best referral partners and customers. We do it in 3 ways. A done-for-you media, where we help you completely run and launch your own podcast, get it published across 11 different channels, blog posts. I personally credit podcasting as the single best thing I've done for my business and my life, allowed me to form amazing relationship. And the second is our done-for-you lead generation, where we manually send consistent flow of customized outreach messages to your ideal clients and referral sources. We also do done-for-you VIP events for software companies and conferences. We may or may not have showed up in Elvis costumes at one of them. So I am very excited for today's guest, long awaited. Today we have Anthony Constantino, the co-founder of Sticker Mule. It's one of the most popular custom sticker websites with printing operations in the United States and Europe. Sticker Mule is the easiest and fastest way to buy custom printed products. You can order in simply 60 seconds. They turn your design or illustrations into custom stickers, magnets, buttons, labels, and packaging in a few days. Makes it look really professional. Their customers have included companies you may have heard of: Amazon, Nike, Google, Facebook, Netflix, and many more. And I'm going to have them show a few of them, but they've given me the authority to give us an amazing deal, which may or may not be available when you go to this page. So the amazing deal is 10 custom stickers for $1. That doesn't even pay for shipping, by the way, just $1. Typically, it's $20. So if you go to stickermule.com/inspired, Anthony, I've announced this, before, after I introduce the guest, and the person who's the guest is writing it down because they obviously are going to order the stickers. And I said, listen, if you go to the site and this goes viral and they can't, fulfill on all of them because it's a loss leader for them. But they know, what I tell people is, they know when you get the stickers, you're going to order more because they're amazing products. It may be stickers, it may be other things. So they hook you with that because they know you'll love it and you'll go back for more. But if you go to the site, and we will have something amazing for you if that $1 for 10 stickers is not there anymore. So, Anthony, thanks for joining me. So, Anthony, what kept you going? So, 30 matches, a record of losing in instantaneously, under a minute. Yeah. Why did you continue? At that point, did you love it, or what was it about it?
Oh, I just didn't want to be a quitter. I saw a lot of people quitting wrestling. We had a tough coach. I had 2 different coaches. One was less easy to work with than the other, and a lot of people quit. We had to run 5 miles a day. It's not an easy sport. It's not a fun
totally.
sport.
I remember playing basketball, and then the wrestling practices looked grueling. I was thinking, thank God I'm not in wrestling right now.
Yeah, it's not a fun sport.
Why'd you continue?
I didn't want to quit.
So you knew you were going to stick it out till all 4 years.
I don't know what I thought. I just didn't want. I saw a lot of people quit, and I just didn't want to be one of those people that quit. I don't know. Eventually started developing friends and whatnot, but I don't know. I don't know why I stuck with it. I was not good until my last year.
What caused you to improve? Was it extra time? Was it mindset?
It was just a change in mindset because, I started, interacting with high school wrestlers again. And at the high school level, you really just don't understand. I didn't understand the extent to which mindset is a difference. Like no one's that good at high school wrestling. It's like the mind, because you're losing 7-4. I mean, as you start getting better, like, okay, you lose 7-4. That's your attitude can make or break that 3 points easily. But when you're a kid, you don't know that. When I first started wrestling, I was terrible, and there was the best kid on the team. He was a big guy. He was like, heavyweight and tough guy, and everyone thought he was, a tough guy and football player too. And he said he's told me, he said, look, this sport's 90% mental, 10% physical. And I'm like, yeah, you're just saying that because you got the muscles. You're just trying to make me feel good. But it actually turned out it is true. I just decided. I remember I just decided I didn't want to lose anymore, and I just didn't lose anymore.
Amen.
You go back in the final.
You go back and speak to the students. You've gone back and spoke. Yeah. What did you tell them?
I think I talked to them about this. Like, you got to set your. I told them that. I'm not trying to remember what. But basically, I told them that they could relate. Some of the things they're doing in school now, they don't understand how it relates later in life. And I was a bad student, but I learned a lot of things in high school that had nothing to do with classwork. You can apply this idea of who you measure yourself against with anything. I said you could apply it with video games. I mean, there's kids that are outstanding at video games, and if you can learn how to become an outstanding video gamer, you could learn how to become an outstanding anything. It's just but you have to learn the process of setting your sights high and doing it. So it doesn't need to be academics that you're learning in school. It could be anything. Yeah. It was wrestling, could be track and field, could be chess, could be golf, could be whatever you're into.
What do you do now to keep the mindset strong for business and the goals strong? Do you talk to certain mentors? Do you listen to certain books? What kind of things do you do to keep sharp mentally?
I can't say I do that much.
What motivates you? If you see Amazon topping, best companies, does that motivate you to say, how can we get to that point? Or
I'm motivated a lot by my coworkers. We have awesome people. We have a lot of fun together, and we've been able to bring in a lot of people. We built a team up over the years. I've got my core people I started with, but they love all the new people that have joined. Everyone is really excited. I think it's been really fun over the years to bring in new people and make new friends and stuff like that. And my core group that I hang out with, they want to see the company keep growing. I think they probably motivate me more than anything, because if they weren't excited, I don't think I would be excited. Yeah.
From the early customer with GitHub, what's been another favorite fun story of how you got a customer? Because you have premium big name customers. I'm sure you have a lot of small mom and pop customers, and it ranges, but we're talking Amazon, Nike, Google. Is there a favorite story that sticks out of how some randomness of how you acquired and got one of these orders from one of these companies?
Unfortunately, no. I mean, after GitHub, we haven't done acquisition of individual customers. It's just I focused on experience. I focused on experience and marketing after that. I didn't focus on going after customers. We've had plenty of fun stories, with us, traveling and being crazy and whatnot. We have a lot of fun together. But yeah, no, we haven't had any interesting, acquisition stories since then, mainly because it's just we haven't focused on acquiring individual customers.
Any interesting stories of actual goods, like you mentioned the guy in prison? Any interesting companies order packaging or buttons or labels that you're like, why are they ordering this stuff? Like random company.
The ones that come to mind I probably shouldn't say because they're not appropriate.
Okay, I figured that's why I asked.
No.
Not appropriate.
Something I look at them, I'm like, what? Okay. What is this? I couldn't figure out what it is. And it's Google. It was early on. It's like a swingers club. I was like, oh, okay, maybe that is.
Maybe it's better.
It wasn't anything inappropriate.
Yeah, I gotcha. So Anthony, first of all, thank you. I always ask this because it's Inspired Insider. I always ask, one, what's been a low moment that you pushed through? And then on the flip side, what's been a proud moment that you are especially, from the journey you're proud of? What's been a low moment that you had to push through?
I'll say, probably the worst moment. There was a point, I say you kind of go in waves in business where your job should be easy, because if it's hard, you're probably not going to be able to succeed for very long. So, yeah, but every now and then, it's going to get hard because you're taking on new challenges and you should be able to adjust. But there was a point when we were growing quickly, and, I had never built up an executive team before. And, I just didn't really know how to go about doing that. And I was like, all right, well, now we're getting to a point where I need somebody in charge of manufacturing. I ran manufacturing, I ran customer service, and I ran a lot of stuff. I was like, all right, we need somebody in charge of manufacturing, finance, marketing, and I built out a whole executive team. And it was very stressful. I just didn't feel like it was going really well. And I started talking with some of the people here that I had known for a while about the people that we put into place. And they didn't really know either, I don't think, what to do, because, none of us had ever built an organization before. And they were like, yeah, I see your concerns, but, we need people to do these jobs. And I don't know, one day I just said, no, this isn't right. And I terminated half the executive team in a week, and people were freaked out.
It didn't feel right to you. Something didn't feel right.
Yeah, it didn't feel right. And people, I don't think I had anyone that really backed me on that decision, but a month later, everyone thought it was great. I was able to take actually some people that we had brought in. I had brought in people, and I was able to give their jobs to people that have been here since day one. So if you look at our executive team now, it's all people that have been here since day one that have scaled, and they're amazing. Like our VP of HR has been with us since day one. Our VP of finance has been with us since day one. Our head of software has been with us since day one.
They grew internally.
I'm currently overseeing manufacturing. I've obviously been here since the beginning. We have a plant manager that's been with us since very early. She's started actually in another part of the company, and she's now our plant manager. She does an outstanding job. And yeah, that was a hard decision to make, because I pulled people in, and I said, pull people in. I used money to entice them to join us, and I just said the people I picked weren't the right ones, and
yeah.
That was most stressful.
It's tough. It goes back to what you're saying with kind of being a manager. It's like really difficult to terminate someone. You know what I mean? If it's not working
I think
out.
It's worth telling that story, because a lot of people, I think, if they're in growing companies, or even whatever, smaller companies, they feel this pressure to bring in experienced management. And that's not always the right move, because I don't think any of these jobs are all that hard. Like, most jobs aren't that hard. You just have to, I don't know, use common sense. But, these jobs aren't that hard. You just have to have a desire to do them, use common sense, and have a good attitude, and willingness to learn.
What about on the flip side, proud moment? I mean, you've been doing this for many years now, and you started it with nothing, on a whim, an idea. What's been a proud moment?
I think,
besides the billboard.
And the flip coin, on the flip side, making hiring mistakes sucks, and fixing that was very stressful, especially when I made executive level hiring mistakes. But, problem was I've had to do a lot of recruiting too. Early on, every CEO of a growing company, you got to get talent. And it's been really rewarding for me to be able to go and connect with people and to convince them to join us. I had to convince a lot of people to join us that had good jobs. So I think, even calling the shots, I got our original developer. I got him to, he wanted to leave his job, but, I got that situation sorted out.
Yeah.
And we've been able to bring in a lot of great talent. It's always fun. I have, amazing friendships because of that. I have friends in Italy now because of, a live chat conversation. I have a ton of friends in Italy now because
random. Yeah, I love it.
So that sort of stuff.
It's basically putting that rockstar team together makes you proud. Sounds like.
I mean, the fact that I get to hang out with these people all the time. The fact that I was able to convince them to join, and that they come in and say that they, a lot of them say it's the best decision they ever made. So, I mean, I think that's, somebody says that.
Totally. Well, Anthony, thank you. I'm going to be the first one to thank you. This is fantastic. I love hearing your stories. I don't love that you lost 30 matches in a row, but I love the story, you know what I mean, and the persistence behind it. And so everyone should check out Sticker Mule. More importantly, check out stickermule.com/inspired. And if it's still available, you get 10 custom stickers for $1. I mean, I don't even know what you can get for $1 these days anyways. So 10 custom stickers, you can't beat that.
You can't even get a soda for $1 anymore.
Exactly.
$1.50.
And it's your own company logo that will look nice on a computer or wall or wherever you want to put it. So, Anthony, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it. And thanks, Kieran, for putting it together.
Thanks. A lot of fun.
What I got, you can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like 100 grand.